As you watch the offense on the ground, how best to do that? How best to put this latest escalation in context and help us figure out what might happen next?
Well, first thing is to note that this is unprecedented. Israelis had convinced themselves that Hamas didn't really matter that much anymore. Israeli security folks had a saying that it's like mowing the grass. Every few years, you have to go in. Hamas acts up, you destroy things in Gaza, you teach them a lesson, and you can go back to it. I think Hamas succeeded far beyond their ambitions on Saturday. Large numbers of Israelis killed, large numbers, as you say, of Israelis taken hostage. How that affects what Israel will do in terms of attacking Gaza, attacking Hamas in Gaza, what the end game for Israel will be, what kinds of political outcomes it's going to want. We don't know what that is, but we have moved away from this mowing the grass. There is going to be certainly an absolutely devastating military assault. It will be from the air. Some part of it will be on the ground, occupying part of Gaza. But what happens after 2 or 3 weeks of that, after we see images of human suffering in Gaza, after the world says, so where are we really trying to go there? To me, that's where we're going to have a whole new set of challenges. It's easier to start a war. How do you end this war, and what are you trying to do, and how to ensure that this time you're not just laying the seeds for the next confrontation?
I guess, John, the end game, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, has kind of changed here. When I listen to Israeli leaders, as you noted, for many years they've been content with kind of just containing Hamas. But when I listen to them now, the narrative, the language has shifted. They don't seem to be talking about containing Hamas. They want to destroy Hamas. If that's the objective, what do you think the next days and weeks look like in Gaza? And if they were successful, John, what would come after Hamas?
Well, I don't know exactly how you destroy Hamas, because you have 2 million Palestinians in Gaza. They feel totally disenfranchised. They feel that Hamas, sometimes provides them with jobs, provides them with protection, provides them with an outlet for the frustration over the situation they live in. A lot of Palestinians blame Israelis. They don't blame Hamas. So you can sort of try to destroy the organization, but you still have a large population of very angry Palestinians who say, we don't want to live under Israeli occupation anymore. And how Israelis figure out a way to do that? Is there some sort of interim government? Is there another government? Is there a way that other Arab states can play a useful role? Egypt has often played a role in Gaza, but I think envisioning what a future would look like where you can marginalize not only Hamas, but the many Palestinians who sympathize with Hamas because they feel that Hamas is their only defense against Israeli oppression. How do you find a solution to that without a long-term occupation where people are continuing to take pot shots at Israeli soldiers, where Israeli soldiers don't want to serve in Gaza? This is a harder problem. Israel occupied Gaza. It withdrew from Gaza for a reason. It hasn't gone into Gaza in a long-term way for a reason. And I think we need to find out, and I'm not sure how it's going to happen yet, but we need to find some sort of political solution. The military tasks are relatively easier than figuring out how to build the political tasks and building a consensus both in the Israeli government, but also among Palestinians, that this is a way forward.